Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Around the Ballpark podcast, your first ever live Tuesday night episode here, April 7th. Of course, Easter Sunday was this past Sunday. Always falls on a Sunday, Easter, I've noticed.
Yeah, like every year. Weird.
Yeah, it's so strange. Now, what doesn't always happen, though, the date of Easter changes whenever it seems to want. Like, it's been in March 31st, it's been April 26th, it's been April 5th. So the date of Easter always seems to be different, but
Yes.
it is what it is. Yeah,
It's like whack-a-mole.
Yes, but how was your Easter, Darren?
It was wonderful. Really, first of all, a happy Easter to you, and I had a great time. It was just family, and some friends are like family, and we just had some wonderful food, and just got along and just had a really great time. Didn't do much other than just smoke some meat, and I did smoke some meat, but they smoked it, and it was just delicious. How about you?
It's funny. So we wound up going out to eat. We went to Carrabba's, and it was like super empty there. Like, I guess a lot of people, they have the family over, they do that sort of thing. I think a lot of the church folk, if they serve all day, last thing they want to do is go home and cook more and do all that stuff. So went out for lunch, and then after that I had the concert, which was awesome, but it made it for a triple header day because it was one thing. Yeah. But it was phenomenal. Rare Breed. Those that have never heard of him, if you want to check the band out, they are phenomenal. It's a worship experience turned into a concert, into a prayer afterwards, and I think they had about 300 people there. Nice little venue, and so powerful. Got to pray over some people. It was a great night. Got to bring one of the youth from the church that had never been to a concert before. He loved it, had a great time, and got his. And one thing that never happens, this guy Rob from Rare Breed, he's been in the game for a while now, but he's just starting to finally cross that threshold where now they're doing their first West Coast tour, and the guy never stopped. It was 4 consecutive Florida dates, I think 40 something dates on this tour. But what he does is he goes, before he performs, he goes by the merchandise table. You have a line of people that want merch, but then on the side, he'll stand there and he'll take photos with everyone. Mm-hmm. They don't need to buy anything. He just smile, take a picture, sign something, whatever, no cost. He just wants to get to meet the fans before he performs. You never see that. It's always, if you buy a $45 shirt, I'll sign this,
Right.
So I think that is amazing, and just an awesome night.
It's the right way to do it.
Yeah. Can't wait for them to come back and see it again. This is the 3rd time I've seen them now, and it gets better each and every time. And so shout out to him and their whole team. But yeah, an awesome experience. Now, of course, we have to also reach out. I didn't get to speak to Christopher Bennett and how his Easter was, but we have to give them a shout out, as we always do here at the top of the podcast, for all that they do. So, Darren, if you wouldn't mind sharing some words from our sponsors over at Nashville Tax Solutions.
It's coming close. April 15th, literally right around the corner. And if you deal with tax issues, maybe you're behind on your filings, you got hit with a lien, you wanted to get things done, but just things got in the way, and now you're panicking. Don't panic. Let me tell you about Nashville Tax Solutions. These folks know their stuff, and they really do care about helping you get it right. Chris Bennett and his team have turned many a financial nightmare into peace of mind. They really offer the kind of help that you need, that you want, and will feel really good about when it's all done. So, if tax stress is keeping you up, don't let that happen. It's unhealthy and it's unnecessary. Reach out to Nashville Tax Solutions today at 855-627-4829. Visit NashvilleTaxSolutions.com, or just send an email to info@NashvilleTaxSolutions.com. Nashville Tax Solutions, real people who will get you real results that you really enjoy. Oh, I can't hear you right now. Your mic's off.
Okay. Okay, so I'm back. So we have some awesome podcasts coming up. Before we dive into what we're going to do today, I wanted to give you guys a heads up on the next two that we have. Of course, this Thursday is our regularly scheduled programming. And this Thursday night, we're going to have some fun, Darren. I'm throwing this at you now. We are going to cover the most hilarious baseball names, one for every major league team. Go around the horn, all 30 teams. We're going to do some digging, and we're gonna talk about those names. Some of them are hilarious, some of them are whatever, but some of them will just bring back some stories just by naming them. I can think of the '86 Red Sox as there's a player on that team that probably made the list for Boston, and so we're gonna have a lot of fun with that. So make sure you're here Thursday night, 9:00. We'll talk about the most hilarious baseball players.
I love that.
So be prepared for some fun and some shenanigans there. And then on Sunday, super excited. Those of you that are Instagram people, there is an up-and-coming Instagram account. It's called Elite Wrestling Conversation. In the last few months, he's grown now to 11,000 followers, only 111 posts, but that means that people are paying attention to what he's doing. He does a killer voice of Triple H, those that know the wrestling world, and some other people as well. So I have a short little snippet I'm going to play here just so you guys can see, but I'll throw this up there. This is their channel there, Elite Pro Wrestling. But I'm going to throw this quick video here. So he did a fun little skit. He does daily wrestling content, and where they're like in the boardroom of the WWE, and they're talking about the show that they just had, and he does like little voiceovers for each of the people that hypothetically would be in this boardroom. So he did one for Easter Sunday. And so the premise here on this video that you're about to see is they're trying to book the storyline of Jesus rising from the dead on the third day. And so there's going to be a tough sell to the WWE Universe. How do we book somebody that is risen from the dead? So let's see if this will play properly. Make sure I got this. There we go. All right, so here it is, just a little snippet what to expect this Sunday night on our podcast. Make sure it works. Hopefully it will. Here we go.
This was quite a swerve. This was not something that we saw coming, so we're going to have to pivot. Just like everything else happening nowadays, it just came from above. This call came from up above, and we're just going to have to work with it. I mean, boss, how are we supposed to book this guy? That's a good question, Bruce. I don't know, because, he won't even do the job for death, right? He won't even put death over. So I don't know. He was supposed to put him over, and then he said, that's not going to work for me, brother, and now here we are. Well, dude. Yeah, dude, indeed. Gives a whole new meaning to the term kicking out before the count of three, right? Well, has anybody heard from Judas or anything? Yeah. Probably going to have to write him off of TV. Probably going to have to give him the Muhammad Hassan treatment. He's not going to be around anymore. So also don't know if we've heard from, the heel, the devil. He's not happy. Well, I wouldn't be either. What a freaking jobber, right? What a joke. And you know something, Sean, aren't you friends with this resurrected guy? And again, we actually, we're tag team partners once upon a time. We didn't used to get along, and then we did, so, I'm not talking about Marty Jannetty, and again, I'm talking about this guy. Okay, so it looks like Jesus is going to have to be our top guy. We're going to have to write Judas off TV. We're going to have to, I guess, send the devil to AEW. They already got a guy over there that calls himself the devil, so they'll just have to put the two of them in a tag team or something. And then, for us, it's a new era. And that's why we do what we do.
That's very good.
Yes. So super excited to have him on, and he can sing vocally as well. So it's going to be a treat. I don't know what we're having in store for Sunday, so definitely want to be here for that. Sunday.
I love that. Sounds like great shenanigans.
Yes. So,
and it's so funny. I can't think of Shawn Michaels without Marty Jannetty. And as I was thinking about that, and he mentions Marty Jannetty, it's like he's reading my mind.
Yes. Man, I mean, talk about one extreme to the other with the Rockers. I mean, Jannetty, ever since they wrote him that storyline in the early 90s, he just, Shawn Michaels is considered the most successful in-ring performer of all time, and Marty Jannetty cannot stay out of trouble and constantly battling addictions and things and that. And I think this is the longest he's ever been clean. So, but Joe is with us as well. Hello, Joe.
Hey, Joe, what do you know?
Joe and I should be at the softball field winning championships tonight, but we got rained out on playoff night. So we're here instead. So, tonight you saw in the thumbnail, by the way, in the thumbnail, I pointed this out to you. For some reason, our creative team, they had me ripped, like my fat turned into muscle. And then you were like the Jolly Green Giant. But it was an interesting.
And they shaved me. The last couple of weeks, I've had my beard, and they shaved me. I love it. You never know what you're gonna get.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. So, but before, so you saw in the thumbnail, we're going to do a little bit of SeaWorld trivia. Darren's got some stuff prepared, but I just wanted to go over the top 6 storylines right now in the in Major League Baseball. Of course, we are a sports podcast first and foremost. So just want to get your quick thoughts on 6 topics real quick before we dive into that SeaWorld stuff. So number 1, of course, want to talk, or actually 5, I'm sorry. Number 1, I want to talk about the Tampa Bay Rays, their stadium emotional return to Tropicana Field yesterday with a big win over the Chicago Cubs. And it looked like a packed house. Obviously, they don't sell the seats in the upper section. We know this. So your thoughts on that? They had 3 road series to start the year, but now they're home and fans are excited to be back. And
I think it's great.
Yeah.
And I think, it's funny. The old bloom where you planted, life gives you lemons, make lemonade. It's horrible that happened, but it's nice that they were able to kind of refurbish the stadium and kind of give it a facelift. And you go there. I don't. I mean, and I want to go there. I've always found that place so interesting. It always made me more interested than any of the other dome stadiums other than the Astrodome, because that was the first. And I tell you why I originally loved it, because you remember the old AstroTurf fields, right? They used to have just the cutouts by each base.
Yes.
And the rest was AstroTurf. But that's not what they had in Tampa. In Tampa, they always had a real infield.
Yes.
Which I always thought was great. You and you and your wife are Tampa Bay fans, and Eileen must have loved it as well.
Yeah, she's not loving tonight's game. It's going horribly wrong in the opposite.
I was watching it. Yeah.
But yeah, we have picked out our Tampa Bay game for the year. We're going to go for her birthday. That's going to be kind of our trip. So that'll be fun. Make the trip there. But, as much as we love going, it's 3 hours on GPS. It turns into 4.5 hours for whatever reason to get there. So it is brutal. But once we're there, we love it. Next, of course, the Boston Red Sox off to a horrible start, 2-8. I don't know what's going wrong. They made some improvements with the pitching staff, but it's just not flowing. I mean, it's super, super early, but they're already 5.5 games back in the division with 10 games into the season. So what have you seen on your end? I know you're closer to that area. What do you think is the cause for this?
Well, fans are panicking, absolutely panicking. It seems like, they have more than enough talent. But Contreras and some of the others, it seems like it's a little bit of a toxic locker room. And that there's sort of like players, but they're not a team yet. And, like you said, it is early, and hopefully they'll mold themselves into a team, because they really have some incredible talent. They should not be 2-8, but they are. It's like, what? So do I think they can go on a 8-game, 10-game win streak? I really do. But they got to get they got to get moving in the right direction.
Yeah, it's not looking good, but Baltimore is a little bit underperforming. Toronto is underperforming, so the opportunity is there. So we'll see what happens there. Next, of course, if you're a Chicago Cub fan, They lost their ace, Cade Horton, for the entire season. Was announced today due to elbow surgery. This is coming off after a year with a 2.67 ERA. So that is a big blow for them. Do you think they're going to be all right? They still look like a loaded team. They're playing great tonight, but talk a little bit about that impact when your ace goes down for the entire season.
I think they can still make the playoffs, but that's it. I mean, they can make the playoffs unless they make a trade. Because, look, it's early enough that you can make some changes, but he was their stud. He was their losing streak stopper. Lose 3 in a row, he pitches. We're going to get a win, or at least we're going to play better. It's tough, but they got to be resilient.
Yep, resilient is right. Next, Yankees are playing very, very well, and they don't even have 2 of their aces yet this season. So they're overperforming, and the Mets are overperforming. 4 wins in a row now. Without Juan Soto in the lineup, it's just a different. Now, the one thing that I'm noticing is the bench coach or the pinch hitting scenarios are night and day difference. Last year, even further. So think back 2 years, it was always Daniel Vogelbach not coming through. Last year, it was injury after Jose Siri and Jesse Winker, and Marte wasn't quite himself, and every single person they threw out there just didn't get it done. This year, every time they're pulling a guy in the 5th inning, and then Terens comes off the bench and hits a 3-run triple, or Tyrone Taylor, who's been awful at the plate, comes up at the right time and gets a big hit. And today they pulled Mark Vientos, who's their hottest hitter, and Jared Young gets a big sac fly. So the bench is stepping up this year, and the pinch hitting spots have been on point. So now the Mets are sitting at 7-4. So New York baseball is hot right now. They got that big series coming up next week with the Dodgers. Don't know why they're having 2 road trips in 10 days, West Coast road trips, I should say. They were just over there playing they played the Cardinals, but then they had the Giants.
Right.
They come home, and then they go back a week later.
That's the weird period. That's the weird piece. You go from St. Louis all the way to San Francisco, then back, and then back. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, it seems like they could have done another 3-game swing in LA while they were there, and I don't know. But so it is what it is.
Well, it's like you mentioned Tampa, and you'll see where I'm going in a second. You mentioned that Tampa had 3 weeks on the road, 2.5. What did you say? 3 road trips and then home?
Yeah, 3 road trips to start the season to give them additional time to finish everything.
Well, that's what. Okay, then that makes sense. That's exactly what I was going to ask. Did they have a last-minute painting and touch-ups to do? Because I've always been a believer of Northeast teams should be playing in dome stadiums or out west early in the season, for warmer weather. Because, what game was I watching last night? It was freezing where they were. And it was just tough to watch. And they
had, I think the Mets moved their game time up because of the cold weather to 4:00 because it was going to be so.
Well, listen. So a little inside baseball, no pun intended, people who are watching us. And I know what more will be watching tomorrow. But so I stayed away from. I won't tell you a secret. I stayed away from anything because I wanted to go home and watch the game at 7:00. And the only way I found out that the game started at 4 was because a bunch of my family let me know because they were talking about the game. I was like, what was going on?
Yeah.
I didn't know the game got moved up.
Yeah, now, and what's interesting, and Joe was with us, so let me know if I'm wrong, and Ed actually just texted me this exact same thought. Am I wrong, though, that the Yankees were playing at home tonight? So the weather in Yankee Stadium was much different than the weather in Met Stadium. Is that what's going on?
And it's literally 11 miles between the two of them, and they're right on the cusp of big different weather fronts. Big difference. It's literally 11 miles.
So Yankees played, Mets could not do it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Keith Hernandez thing. Who knows? Maybe it was too cold. Who knows? But
his back was acting up.
Yes, poor guy.
Back.
And then last but not least, so the Dodgers are doing Dodger things, right? They're winning, they're dominating as always, 8-2, 9-2, whatever it is. Yamamoto's great, but the difference, the scary thing is, it's the guys in the 8, 9 spots in the order that are crushing it right now. Andy Pagas, 3 or 4 home runs. So, yes, Ohtani's doing his thing, but when the other pieces, Freeman and Tucker and Betts and Will Smith, starts getting jiggy with it and all that stuff, that when they start really getting things back on track, forget it. So this is a 100-win team easily. Of course, anything can happen in the playoffs, but this team is going to have a very successful regular season, barring unexpected injuries, especially if Sasaki can get it going in the rotation. But yeah, so your thoughts just on the Dodgers, their hot start. I mean, pretty much expected it.
But that catcher they have now, there's 3 or 4 home runs, as many as Ohtani already has. Here's the thing, Dodger related. Listen, I think everything you just said is right. It's their World Series to lose. Like they're the team you're gonna have to go out in the playoffs and try to knock off. But if Ohtani wins a Cy Young, is he the greatest player ever?
I think that,
or at least the Mount Rushmore, like we like to do.
Yeah, no, I think I would even venture to say this is, to keep these stats up is probably unheard of, but if he could win a Cy Young, if he could get 2 more championships, it could be to the point, I think that highly of him that there might not even be a discussion. Right now it's, could he be? Yes. But I think he has the potential to even be there's 1 and then there's 1A. That's how good he is. So we shall see.
I agree.
Yeah. It's unheard of, especially the game he had last year, with the 3 home runs and the 10 RBIs, 12 or whatever the heck it was. It's insane. And then the last thing before we get into SeaWorld stuff, this is a smaller thing, but I noticed, so the Colorado Rockies had a big win yesterday, and they interviewed the guy that got the game-winning hit, and he come from the Marlins, and he was sharing, you walk around in Miami, even as hot as the World Baseball Classic was in Miami, and it was awesome.
I loved what he said. What he said.
You walk around in Miami, and no one has a Marlins hat on. It's just something to do. Let's go to the arcade. Let's go to a Marlins game. In Colorado, where they're abysmal, it's still a baseball town, and wherever you go, it's still Rockies everything. So I love what he said. It's a kick in the butt, and it needs to be said. It's not one of those he crossed the line. No, it needed to be said.
No, I think you're right. I think it was beautiful what he said. 1, because it's accurate, and 2, it's accurate. Back to, it just is. It really is, and because it's a shame. You're selling out the World Baseball Classic, and you can't give away your Marlins tickets. And by the way, the Marlins have 2 World Championships, and they're like watching a AAA team. It's pathetic.
Yeah, it's true. But so true.
Listen, before I forget, we're talking about the top stories. Joe Adele, what do you think of that? 3 unbelievable catches in 1 game.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, and he had the one where he stood up behind the wall, right?
Yeah, that was great.
I love that the Angels are playing so well. I love that Trout's healthy, and that's a team that would be well overdue to make a postseason run if they put things together. We know the Astros just trip into the playoffs every single year, but the Angels. Yeah. So Darren, you've prepared. So now let's set the stage here before we go to our. So we're going to do some SeaWorld trivia. So I prefer SeaWorld over the other theme parks. I love them all. I don't currently have a pass to any of them, but I did SeaWorld for many years. And so the thing about SeaWorld is I can have an equally fun time just going to see the shows, just doing the rides, or just basically walking around. I don't have any less fun if I don't get to ride the 5 best roller coasters they have. I just enjoy being there. They take care of their pass holders. If they have a concert series like they do right now, there's no extra cost to go. This next weekend, if you ever heard the band The Fray, awesome band.
Oh, sure.
One of my favorites. If I had a ticket, I would be there. But there's no extra cost. You just, at 5:30, you head to the soundstage and you watch their concert. Disney, it would be, you're paying $155 million to get into the park, and then you have to buy the extra ticket. and stuff like that. And one day I want to dive into their. I've never been, but I want to dive into the Mickey's Not So Scary and the Mickey's Holiday Christmas Party. How bad of a value that truly is, and what people
really
pay
is.
is
It's
outrageous.
terrible.
And so I'd love to dive into that one day. But so setting the stage, Darren, you've prepared some SeaWorld trivia for tonight.
Yes, I have. It's you mentioned Disney, and look, I went to Disney numerous times. Excuse me, everybody. I went to Disney many times, and you go and it's like, wow, yeah, it's Disney, but boy, they rip people off. I'm sorry, they just do
So much.
and we'll get into it sometime. But listen, so we're gonna do SeaWorld. All right, so I got 15 multiple choice questions for you.
Okay. And there's no wrong answer here, folks. If I go over 15, that's okay.
Yes. Oh, okay. But technically, folks, there is wrong answers, and you'll see what I mean in a second. Hold on there.
So wait, you're saying that there's not an all of the above for all 15 questions? So got it.
No.
Got it.
No. And these questions were researched. So here we go. And by research, I mean ChatGPT. So anyway,
proud.
All right, everybody, give me some game show music.
Game show music. We could do that. Yeah. Let's see. Well, do we have? So let's see what we can find here. Let's see here. Well, we don't want to hit that one. We got to have something. Let's see. Explosions. Let's see here.
All right.
There we go.
All right, here we go. Ready? SeaWorld trivia for Mike. Mike, when SeaWorld San Diego opened in 1964, what was the original ticket price? A, $1, B, $2.50, or C, $5? And those of you out in the audience, type in your answers too. So again, what was the original ticket price in 1964, SeaWorld San Diego? A, $1, B, $2.50, or C, $5?
Oh, great. I'm digging this jam. So I'm going to say, I want to start off with the wrong answer. So I'm going to go with $2.50.
All right. So listen, you got that one right. Ding, 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 ding. You got that right.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
it's $2.50. And how much is a ticket now?
So a one-day admission ticket, I believe, is somewhere around the range of, if you don't have any discounts or anything like that, I think is like $129, something like that. And then
so the price has gone up.
Just a little bit up on the percent. Yes. And then, of course, parking is $30 for parking.
Oh.
But now, when you have the annual pass, I think it was $14. $14 a month for SeaWorld and Aquatica, and then parking's included. So that's much more affordable. But no.
So if in this case, 1964, if ticket price was $2.50, what do you think parking was? A dime? No parking. I mean, free. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it was probably free the first year. I would guess.
All right. You ready for question 2?
Yes.
All right, here we go. We're on our way, kids. All right. SeaWorld was supposed to be a theme park. Originally, what was it supposed to be? A, an underwater restaurant, B, a marine biology school, or C, a dolphin research lab?
I'm going to save the whales. I'll go. I'm going to try to get this one wrong. I'll go with C, a dolphin research lab.
You are wrong. That's right.
Okay.
All right. So you got the second one wrong there. The correct answer was it was supposed to be an underwater restaurant. An
underwater restaurant.
Yeah.
See, I would have chose the other answer, so I would have been double wrong there. So, oh wait, hold on. I'm getting word that there is an incident. Yeah, There's an incident at SeaWorld right now. We're going to have to cut this live for a moment. We're going to have to get back to this. I'm hoping we can resolve the issue. Let's see here, unless my computer decides to just be silliness. But yeah, there's an incident right now, real time, happening at SeaWorld Live. Can't make this stuff up.
Listen, that's not the way raincoats work. That's not the way raincoats supposed to work. And by the way, Joe got it right. He said A. Listen to Joe. Joe knows.
Yes. Joe knows. Okay.
All right, but that was funny. Why'd you put him in the water?
That's where he wanted to be, I guess. But
yeah.
But I was surprised that he was like, I'll put that up there one more time. I was surprised that he is bigger than the tiger shark. Like I thought, yeah. But
that was the only from when I've read the contract, and the only way he was going to get in the water was if they were tiny little sharks.
Seems like a fair deal there.
Yeah,
yes.
I get it. That makes sense. Okay, ready for question 3?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. What was the name, everybody? What was the name of SeaWorld's very first killer whale? Was it A, Shamu, B, Namu, or C, Tilcum?
I'm going to go with C, Tilcum.
And everybody else, any question, any guesses? All right, so Tilcum, huh? Sorry, incorrect. The answer is B, Namu.
Namu. So I knew it was not Shamu. That would have been too obvious.
Yes, Shamu came second.
Okay.
All right, so you got that wrong too. So right now you're 1 for 3.
That's my goal. Yep.
All right. Question 4. Since let's stay on the subject of Shamu. Question 4. The name Shamu actually comes from what? A trainer, a connection to Namu, or just pure marketing?
I would say B, the connection.
B is correct. Shamu is basically just playing off of Namu.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. All right. Question 5. Ooh, this might be interesting. Ready? Which park opened second after the San Diego SeaWorld? Was it A, SeaWorld Orlando, B, SeaWorld San Antonio, or C, SeaWorld Ohio?
SeaWorld.
Pure marketing. Yep. So was it A, SeaWorld Orlando, B, SeaWorld San Antonio, B, SeaWorld San Antonio, or C, SeaWorld Ohio?
Okay, so it was Ohio, San Antonio, and then what was A?
Orlando. Do you know who that is?
I've been there once. So I think San Antonio, I think, was later in the game, and Ohio, I don't believe. No, I'm going to go with Orlando.
All right, the correct answer is C, Ohio. Oh. Most people miss that one.
Yeah, I didn't know. Okay, good to know.
Right. We're moving right along, kids. All right, question 6. Let's keep on SeaWorld Ohio. All right, SeaWorld Ohio eventually became what? A, Six Flags, B, Universal, or C, Busch Gardens?
So I don't believe Busch Gardens or the other ones were. So I would have to say Six Flags. So I don't believe the other two were in Ohio at any point, but I could be wrong.
Wow. Like, I'm so impressed that you know that. Don't give up, Marianne. You think you can, you will. All right. No, the answer is A, Six Flags. Very good. Very good. You know, I'm very impressed that you knew that. I would have no clue.
So my boss lives and company works in Ohio, and so he mentioned about that there was a Six Flags there, and then my brain went to all the other two. I don't remember them ever having that there, so I went for I seemed confident, but that's just because I knew that they had a location there. That was it.
Hey, it worked. Ready for question 7?
Yes.
All right. Early SeaWorld did have a mascot. Who was it? Was it A, Sammy the Seal, B, Cartoon Shamu, or C, Salty the Sea Lion? A, Sammy the Seal, B, Cartoon Shamu, or C, Salty the Sea Lion?
Hmm. I'm gonna go with Shamu.
All right. So you went wrong answer, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Close. It begins with an S. Sammy the Seal, not Shamu.
Okay. Okay.
Sammy the Seal, who later, I guess, became the mascot of what baseball team is the Seal?
The baseball. Which baseball team is the Seal? I should know this one, but I do not.
Well, it was the Seal. Now it's a crab. How's that?
It was a seal, and now it's the crab. For the mascot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you just watch Met games, you forget about certain things.
Well, listen, here's your hint. You saw it this weekend at the Met game.
Oh, yeah. Okay. This past weekend. So that was the, they played Giants.
San Francisco.
So there we go. Okay.
All right. So when it comes to salty, whatever you said. Okay, question 8. Which park leaned first into thrill rides? Was it San Diego's, Orlando, or San Antonio?
Into basically
which SeaWorld of the 3 made a conscious decision to lean into thrill rides? San Diego, Orlando, or San Antonio?
So I think because of the other competition in Orlando, I would say Orlando would have to be the answer for that one.
That is the answer. B, Orlando.
Orlando.
You know what I love? You know what I love, Mike? Because you are competitive in nature, which is great because I know I am, because I could see it. At first, fun. Now you're like, no, I want to get these right. All right, ready? Number 9.
Getting them wrong is fun too, but getting them right.
Yeah. Number 9. What year did SeaWorld Orlando open? Was it 1971, B, 1973, or C, 1975?
SeaWorld open. And is this for the original or for Orlando?
This SeaWorld Orlando.
SeaWorld Orlando. Okay.
Remember, the original one in San Diego was 65.
I'm going to go with 73.
And that would be right. Ding, 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 ding. Love that.
So I'm not sure if you're going to be discussing, but I believe it was Jaws 3 that was made at SeaWorld Orlando. So I knew.
Was it?
So Jaws came out in, 78? I think it was, or 76 or something like that.
Yeah, 76, 77, right there.
I knew that Orlando had to be before that because it was in the movie. It didn't have any much there, but yeah. So
right. But okay. So yeah, 1973. Yep, close. Okay. In question number 10, you ready?
Yes.
We're hitting the home stretch soon here. Everything about that. Hold on, let me just see what's going on here. Okay, number 10. Who owned SeaWorld during its major growth years? Was it A, Coors, B, Anheuser-Busch, or C, Miller?
So I remember going one time and they had they had horses. It was like a horse area, like right when you first walked in, and it's gone now, I think. And they would do these promotions for free beer, free. So I think the answer to that one is Anheuser-Busch.
You are correct. You are on a roll. I'm seriously impressed.
So that one a lot of them's predated my existence on the earth, but this one I remember. So yes.
I got nothing. Okay. Question number 11. We're into the double digits. Okay. The Believe Shamu Show debuted when? 2003, 2006, or 2009? A, 2003, B, 2006, C, 2009. Believe Shamu Show.
Okay, so the one Believe, because it had different. There was Shamu Adventure. There was One Ocean, which that one I have to tell you about that one in a second. But
yeah, so the shows were different.
Yeah, they were different. So I believe was 2006 because 9 was definitely not 9, and then the other. So I'm going to say 2006.
You're really on the roll, my friend. Seriously.
Right. Oh, right. So the one with One Ocean. So I've always loved the Shamu Show, but the one with One Ocean, the joke was that it was an awesome show, but if you paid attention to what the people would say, they say nothing. Like it makes no sense. Like, so here's what's happening. And I need you to watch one of the videos someday. You'll understand this. So they'll say something like this. Hi, everyone. Welcome to SeaWorld. And we are now going to watch One Ocean. We live in a world where the dolphins and the fish and the whales all swim together in the sea. And the sea is part of the world in which we live. And we live in this world full of the sea and the creatures that live inside the world. We too can become creatures with the world if we're part of the sea. And at the end of it, you're clapping, you're smiling, you're laughing, but you're like, what? Like, what are they feeding us? What kind of, there's nothing was said there. There's no substance to it.
What fourth grader wrote this?
Yes. So everybody's clapping along, but yeah. So.
That's and remember, all words have vowels unless it's consonants.
Yes.
All right. So that was number 11. All right. So next. Okay. This is right up your alley. Ready?
Yes.
Question number 12. Which park has the tallest coaster in the whole SeaWorld chain? Is it A, Orlando, B, San Antonio, or C, San Diego?
So it has the tallest like ride
Coaster.
or coaster. Okay. Because okay. So I think it's Orlando. I know that they have the Sky Tower is the tallest attraction, but that's not a roller coaster. So I think that would probably be Mako at SeaWorld Orlando.
You're right. Well done. You were right. Yes. Like you even named it. I love that.
Love that, right? Although Eileen won't ever go on it again because it's a little terrifying. Because most roller coasters have they have the harness by your waist, and then they have the ones that go over your shoulder. When you go on Mako, all you get is the one around your waist, and that's it. So you're flopping around in the wind, going 65 miles an hour, upside down, sideways. So it's not ideal for everybody. Yeah.
No. So I've been to the SeaWorld in San Antonio. So, but I've never been to the one in Orlando, which is
really. You've never been? Wow.
Yeah. And it's weird, right? Out of all of them, living in California and having family in Florida, it's the San Antonio one I go to.
Yeah, and it's night and day difference than it ever was before. So much better. And
I'm sure. I look forward to it. So the original number 13, you ready?
Yes.
The original Shamu shows were inspired by what style? Was it like circus acts? B, was it Broadway? Or C, sports? So A, circus acts, B, Broadway, C, sports.
I do not know this one, so I'll say circus acts.
You are right, my friend.
Okay. So the reason why I thought that was because the whole production from all the people, because obviously they don't get in the water really as much anymore after things that happen and stuff like that, but it always felt like it was a just like a circus performance from start to finish. They scaled down a little bit and made it more about video screens and stories than the actual workers getting in there and doing flips and things like that. But I always felt like it was a circus. So, okay. So awesome. I didn't expect to get that one. So
No, you're good. So they still do a show, just a very toned down show.
yeah. So the orcas do their flips and amazing stuff, but they will pet them at the edge of the stage, but they don't get into water with them anymore. And then a quarter of the show is just us watching a video about orcas and stuff like that. Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Sign me up. Okay, so all right. 2 left. You ready?
Yes.
All right. What was one of SeaWorld's first big non-animal attractions? So, what was one of SeaWorld's first big non-animal attractions? Was it A, the 4D theater, B, the water park, or C, virtual reality ride?
And say the choices one more time.
Okay, so again, and let me read the question again, because it might be nuanced. What was one of SeaWorld's first big non-animal attractions? Was it the 4D theater, B, the water park, or C, VR rides, virtual reality ride?
I would say it would be the virtual reality ride. And if I remember correctly, they had a ride. It didn't last that long, but it was called Bermuda Triangle. So I'm going to say C.
So the answer is A, the 4D theater.
Okay.
So you went on right. You answered everyone right from 6 to 13. That was amazing.
So, yeah, because I know the Bermuda Triangle was back in early 90s, 92, 93. So I guess what you're referring to must have been even before that one. So
gotcha.
that might have been specific to Orlando, actually, now that I'm thinking about the actual all of SeaWorld all together probably was the other. So.
Here we go. Ready? SeaWorld's number 15, the last one. SeaWorld's rescue program has helped how many animals? A, 10,000, B, 25,000, C, over 40,000.
One more time for the numbers. I remember you said
Sure.
C.
So SeaWorld's rescue program has helped A, over 10,000 animals, B, 25,000, or C, over 40,000.
Definitely over 40,000.
You are correct, young man.
Yes. That was one of the. I remember the last time I went. I think it was nearing 40,000, or so. I remember that from one of the videos.
Listen, I mean, seriously, you rocked it. You got 4 wrong out of 15.
It's not bad, and most of
that's
them
really seriously. That's really good.
And most of them predated or parks I haven't even been to, so that's cool. So I'm glad with.
So listen, did you expect those questions?
No, I had no clue what they were going to be, and I figured with your it would be more like history related more than just 2026 stuff, So I was prepared for anything. So yeah, but this was I can't believe our hour's already come and gone. But we covered a lot here today. We talked about our upcoming podcast both Thursday and on Sunday. Covered the biggest 5 stories in Major League Baseball. We did 15 questions. So again, guys, we're going to be live here Thursday night, 9 p.m. We're going to go over the number 1 funniest names for each of the 30 MLB franchises. You are going to hear about those, and some of them we've heard of, some of them we have not. We're going to learn who Stubby Clapp is. Yes, Stubby Clapp will make an appearance on this episode.
Penicillin helps that, right?
Yes.
Can I just say one thing? I know you're about to end it, and I mean this sincerely. Look how naturally well we are. And I say this with no hubris about us. We ended on time. And I mean, it was perfect.
Right? It's like literally about to turn 10 o'clock.
Yeah, it's great.
That is why we do what we do.
do.
Yes. So with
Stubby
that said,
Clapp.
continue to watch baseball this week. It's an exciting year. So much great action. Continue to do so. We'll be back this Thursday, having a blast, talking some fun stuff. We'll cover some stuff that's happened the last few days as well. But until Thursday night, see you guys in 48 hours around the ballpark. Bye, guys.